application consists of the creation of 2 cover songs. So I'm gonna be doing 2 cover songs of one of them is Sam Smith, "Lay Me Down," and the other one is "Crazy" by Gnars Barkley. And this project consists of developing my skills as a singer and as a performer as well. And I've also looked at another point, which was to get involved as a role of as a stage technician or a stage designer, because I found out that my research is really important also to show how it's gonna look like a live performance in order to engage fully with the audience.
So you've been copying Alex's ideas.
For the stage, I've looked at the stage presence because as I'm doing something mainly based on the performance, I thought it was really important to do a research about the stage presence, and I actually looked at different artists, not only those 3 but other artists, and I picked those 3 because they are the most famous one, the one that they can engage with the audience. For example, I analyzed them, how they can influence the other people, how they use their body language, different features to engage with the audience. So long story short, I just basically analyzed how they're gonna use their techniques to engage with the audience, and this definitely gonna help me a lot for my own performances, for my own practice sessions. For example, Ed Sheeran, and this was one of the performances he played alone with a huge audience with the Wembley Arena, and he managed to engage with a huge audience just by playing with a simple guitar without having backing dancers, and he definitely used a lot of eye contact and some different features. Another one is Beyonce and Janelle Monáe. And I also, during my research, there was some advices, for example, by muting the videos, and I find it really interesting because by muting the video you can actually see if a performance is good or not, or is engaging or not, even if there's no sound inside of the performance. And after having a look of different artists, how they perform, I also looked at how they designed their own stage for the live performances. And next, my initial idea was to use Ableton and another software, Oratoria, to be used in the live performances. And I wanted to know how this introduction of these softwares can help develop my skills as a singer and as a performer. But I just found out that I found it really difficult to work with Ableton, and definitely with Oratoria as well, because I was using a MIDI controller to help myself. So I found it really difficult. So I also noticed that I was spending too much time with working with Ableton rather than focusing the other 2 songs, because I wanted to focus on the performance. So definitely I've learned a lot from the research. This is one of the pictures that show me that I'm researching about the sounds that I wanted to create, and what research that I've done with the Oratoria, and how I could mix them together in a one live performance. So definitely gotta use this information, what I've learned from these 2 softwares for future project, but not for this one, because the time management had so many difficulties, and I couldn't carry on. So I was focusing more on the other 2 songs. Before doing the songs, I did a deep analysis of the 2 songs, and the first picture shows, in particular, I found difficulties, for example, for the key of the songs, and Gnars, he has a really high-pitched voice, and he wouldn't suit my voice, so I decided to change the key of the song. And I did all this kind of structure before presenting to the band, because I'm also working with other members of the band, other people, with Mimi, with Kenny, and with Reese as well, and they are doing other stuff with other bands. So in the meantime, when they're doing their songs, I decided to spend my time, for example, to do something that I can do by myself. For example, change the key, and I did something beforehand, and to explain them how the song is going to look like. The second part is "Lay Me Down," which is the other song, and here's an example for how I structured the songs, and for the first verse, and where I put the harmonies. And this is one of the final paper, but I did have other papers, past papers, that I did some written work on it to show kind of my progress of what I've done. And about these two songs, I particularly talking about the crazy one. I wanted to make it sound not like the original one, and so I decided to merge three versions of the songs, and this is kind of difficult. Three contrasting versions of it. One of the original one. There's another slower version of the crazy and the Corey heavy one, and there's a contrast between like a kind of jazzy style to kind of pop music, and I wanted to merge them together, but I still have to practice with the band. So that's the thing, that one of the things that I definitely gonna do for my future plans. And I was really satisfied with the Lay Me Down songs, because we found very difficult at first at the beginning to with the division of the parts and how we can change the songs, because I wanted to maintain as the original one with the piano and the voice, but but again, we didn't want to make it sound like the original. So we wanted to create something new, even if we were using the two same instruments that it was in the original. So yeah, this is one of the proof of the video, particularly the chorus when we did the harmony, and we spent a lot of time by working with the harmonies, because it was one of my part of the research, and yeah, the outcome was really good, and this is also on my blog where you can see it. And other part of my research, I also done some singer skills. For example, I found really interesting and important the vocal warming ups before a live performance in order to maintain the good voice. And I took, for example, simple lessons that I was online, for example, YouTube videos, in order to have like a kind of virtual lesson. And apart from the video, from the actual practical part, I also looked at written work. For example, looked at the Oxford singing lessons. There were some really interesting articles about how to engage with the audience, and how other artists are, for example, affected by the music they are singing, how important is the pronunciation, and how you're gonna perform to be credible, especially for my type of general songs, how to be credible in the sense that how you can be how can I say, reliable about the story that you're telling while you're singing. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. This was pretty much what I've done so far.
Cool. Loads and loads of research. What do you think, guys? You got any questions based on the research that you've seen? We should come back to the reality.
Could you go explain a little bit more about what you want to do as a stage technician?
Basically, Ollie told us that we could design the stage as well.
Yeah.
How it's gonna look like. So I find it really interesting to kind of getting involved in this role as well. For example, to customize kind of the stage, and I wanted to create something that it is unique, kind of unique. I can say, but it's just for the performance. Yeah.
Are you doing that yourself, or are you collaborating with any sort of artists?
No, I'm not collaborating with them because I haven't the time to contact them. But I'm definitely gonna look at other artists on the stage, a kind of simple thing, and to be put and to kind of be more involved in this role. Also, this is gonna help me for my future plans as well.
So is it to do with colour, placement of people?
With for example, with
video
lighting,
projection, or
with lighting. I don't know, the design of it, because I wanted to do, for example, with mirrors behind me, this type of style,
Yeah.
Do you know who you need to talk to about that stuff? Do you know that any of the team that will be doing it?
Yeah, I also talked to Ollie, and he said that I can also explain to him what I wanted to create, He can explain to me if it is possible or not to do these things. But yes, still, I'm definitely gonna do more research on this because that's the part that I need to focus on as well. But yeah, what I'm doing now is to focus on the songs mainly.
What are your plans in the next couple of weeks? What are you gonna do?
I'm definitely gonna put the band together to rehearse for Crazy, for the song Crazy, because I've planned everything and I plan everything for every instrument, but all we need to do is to rehearse together. And it's definitely gonna strengthen more the Lay Me Down song in order to create what we wanted to create and to finish the job. And other more research about rearranging techniques. This I think will definitely could help me to rearrange the last songs with the band.
All right, with the stage and stuff. When I was saying, do you know who to talk to? I mean, other than Ollie, how is this actually? How is it going to happen? Who do you need to talk to?
Yeah, because I have an initial idea of how the stage is gonna look like. But it's really general, but still, everything is just not fixed yet. So I don't know who to talk to.
Well, I mean, the technicians and people who are going to be doing it. You need to tell them rather than just Ollie knowing.
Okay.
You need to be able to. You need to talk to those people, the people that are actually going to do the lighting and visuals for your show, and talk to them and find out what's possible as well. That's an important thing to do. I'm trying to think who does it for the main show because there are guys studying technical theatre at the moment, right, on your course. So it's worth talking to them as a starting point.
Yeah.
You can do some primary research. Talk to the people that study technical theatre. Like for my class, there's Morgan, Sade, quite a few other guys. They'll talk to the people that study technical theatre. Ask them what possibilities there are. Get some idea for what is available, because then you can come with a plan that's based on sort of a rough idea anyway.
Yeah.
I think that will help you a lot. What else, guys? Any other questions?
And what you want to achieve is to be a better singer in a way that.
What I wanted to achieve is to perform, because that's kind of challenging for me as well.
Yeah, and
It's
you're
just
gonna
really,
gain
it's not just only about singing good, but sometimes you have to engage with the
Yeah.
audience with a performance. So that's what I was aiming for. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you've got a good plan. Any other questions? Feedback?
Yeah.
Should we clap and go and have lunch?
Mm-hmm.
Lunch. I don't actually get a lunch break today, but.